Morning everyone. Hope you're all well in this beautiful weather. Lovely last bit of our summer, isn't it? I've been away for a few days and we're blessed with this wonderful sunshine. Hopefully it's going to be for a few days to come as well, so enjoy it. As many of you know, I'm a keen follower of the political landscape, and these are interesting but concerning times for anyone who does. I've been following the latest on the Brexit negotiations. No, it hasn't gone away. It's just been replaced in the news by COVID-19. It continues. And I've also been following the build-up to the American elections in November. Now, I have a partisan view of both, but I hope that I don't cloud what I'm going to say with that view. I'll try my best, forgive me if I fail in some way on that. It's really just a commentary on what I'm seeing. And the thing that seems to be a constant concern is the amount of lies being told in public life. And I know that politicians have always had a reputation, sometimes for stretching the truth, shall we say, but I've never experienced a time when lies appear to have become the new normal. And so it becomes increasingly hard for us to look up to or trust leaders who perpetuate that trend. And recently it seems that everywhere I look, every newspaper I read, every time I go online, every word uttered by some politicians that I hear propels me into a view of an unpleasant new era that's dominated by liars and bullying behaviour and cheats. And these people are in powerful positions where everything they do and say can influence the whole world. And we're increasingly being told, aren't we, believe what I say rather than what you see. We're told that truth is just alternative facts, or that truth isn't truth. We have a growth of fact-checking organisations that check the veracity of politician statements. Just an example, by common agreement, they've highlighted the fact that the leader of the free world has lied or misled over 22,000 times in his public statements in the last 4 years. That's independent fact-checking. But lying's become so endemic that it's passed over as, oh, that's just him, that's how he is. And the transformation, I think, has been rapid. And it's been aided, of course, by social media. The new normal has come upon us almost unnoticed, changing our politics and with it our world in seemingly the blink of a Twitter feed or a Facebook post. It really has happened fast. You know, only a few years ago, to call a politician a liar was the ultimate insult. And elections have been and have become dominated by insults, and personal slurs and policies take a back seat. The last election in the UK was one of the most personally vitriolic I remember, full of lies and misleading statements on all sides. And that was also evident in the Brexit campaign. It was like, who are we to trust? A close scrutiny of both the Brexit and the American election campaigns provide ample truth that we're living in what many commentators describe as a post-truth era. In the post-truth era, the borders blur between truth and lies, and honesty and dishonesty, and fiction and non-fiction. And it's where deceiving others becomes a challenge, a game, and ultimately a habit. And when caught out with lies, leaders point out the finger elsewhere, point the finger to someone else and say, well, what about them? They said this, they did that. They detract and distract to further confuse us, and unfortunately, it seems to be a tactic that wins. I watched a gangster film a while ago, and a phrase popped up in it. It was the Chicago way. We do things the Chicago way, which means that as long as I get what I want, I don't care about anything else. And this seems so evident in our world today, but it leaves a lot of people behind. And it's that attitude is why lies are often tolerated. What's in it for me? Look at the economy. Look how good that is. Never mind about anyone else or anything else. So what should the Christian response to this be? Well, throughout the Bible it's made clear that God is against lying. In Proverbs 6:16-19, it says, God hates a lying tongue and a false witness who speaks lies. In Exodus 20:16, you shall not bear witness against your neighbour. Ephesians 4:25, putting away lying, let each one of you speak truth with his neighbour. 1 Timothy 1-10, liars are listed among other sins that are contrary to sound doctrine. And there are over 100 verses in the Bible that indicate God's unhappiness with lies. So what do we do when we hear a politician tell us that they're a follower of Christ, and yet they also repeatedly lie to us? On both sides of the Atlantic we have leaders who profess a Christian faith and have many Christian followers, and most of the time we just shrug. Politicians, even Christian politicians, are dishonest. Lying is part of their job, isn't it? It's what we're going to do. The Bible's clear about what we should do. If someone claims to be a Christian, then you hold them to the same standards you would all Christians. You don't support them, you don't give them your trust. You don't give them your vote. Does that mean you shouldn't vote for a Christian politician who habitually lies? Well, to answer that question, we should ask ourselves, does it promote the common good to elect politicians who habitually lie? Does it bring dishonour to Jesus to elect people who habitually lie and yet claim to be citizens of Christ's kingdom? Well, if you search all of Scripture, you won't find an exemption for Christian politicians when it comes to lying. In fact, there's not a single principle, rule or law or command in the Bible that is applicable to Christians for which Christian politicians get a pass. They don't. There's no verse that says just because a Christian is running for secular office that they are exempt from the ethical standards of being a disciple. God expects all Christians, including politicians who claim to be Christians, to follow the standard He set before us in His Word. One of the reasons that our approach to politics is often more shaped by Machiavelli. You may know Machiavelli, people who are Machiavellian, more shaped by Machiavelli than by Christ. So we say, is the political party I support dishonest? Ah, well, the other party is worse. Does the politician I support lack integrity? Oh, well, the other candidate is bad too. If we head down that path, you'll find you can justify almost anything. What started as a commitment to promoting the good soon becomes an exercise in the ends justifying the means. What we need to be continually vigilant to avoid that possibility. Let's never accept lies as the new normal in any aspect of our lives. Any aspect. at all. That's the end of today's Thought for the Day. I'll be back with you on Thursday, and you take care, and as always, God bless. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye. Bye.